right, guys, this is how I wasted $50,000, maybe even more, maybe up to 100K on Fortnite maps that absolutely flopped. I want you guys to not make the same mistakes. So I'm going to cover everything that I learned and let's get right into it. So every mistake I made, you're about to learn it too. So I'll walk you through it, how I burned 50K. So here's the thing, right? So I used to make mainly tycoon maps. Back when Fortnite came out, I was one of the first. Like my first tycoon had like 5,000 players, which was really good. I made a bunch of money from that. I knew nothing. I had like one developer and one modeler, and it was just me. And everyone was new to UEFN, so no one knew what they were doing. But after that, we obviously made a bunch of money, so I reinvested into making better tycoons. And what I did is I spent like 1 to 3 months making one tycoon. And now you'd think like, okay, high quality, it's gonna do good, but they absolutely flopped. And it's just kind of UEFN is behind, right? Because if you look at Roblox right now, Roblox, the games on there like Grow Garden, Steal the Brainrot, they're made in like Grow Garden was made in like 3 days, I believe, right? So the reason it took 1 month, 1 to 3 months to make the actual tycoons, is because obviously UEFN is way more, the dev time on it is it's way more difficult. We don't have templates, we don't have, any of this stuff. But coding takes longer. Hiring employees is more expensive because there's very limited amount of people to do it. Obviously, you can get modelers from Roblox. It's just Blender overall. So the modelers are cheap. The dev time takes longer and it's more difficult because, UEFN has a bunch of issues sometimes and all the testing can get really annoying. But one of the main things about making big maps is usually making all the models and making all the features. So if you look at Roblox, they actually cut down the features by like 100x. For example, when I had a tycoon, I would have like 100+ features in there. Obviously, that's a bit over exaggerated, but maybe I'd have like, 10, 20, 30 big features. Maybe, an NPC system, pet system, custom leveling up system, rebirthing system, obviously, and like 100 other features that I thought were really important to the gameplay. The gameplay was awesome. It really was. I really enjoyed playing it. But again, I'm not a 12-year-old, right? But besides that, what I did was I took all these features from the top maps, right? So I'd look at, the discovery page. Let's say this is the discovery page. And I look at all the top tycoons in there. And I basically, okay, I take this feature, this feature, this feature, this feature, and combine them into one of my maps. And I thought, okay, if I combine all the best features, I'm going to give the kids exactly what they want, right? I'm going to give them the best map to play. And that's what I did. And I really enjoyed it. And I spent months on it. And I thought it was genius. Like more to do is more reason to stay, more playtime, more retention, right? But it flopped. I launched it, kids loaded in, got hit with 100 features, and they didn't know what to do. So, if we look at the big Roblox games, because again, we have to take everything from Roblox because they're already like 5 to 10 years ahead, right? Obviously not that much. Everyone's going to catch on pretty quickly, but they're ahead. So Grow a Garden, for example, they only have a few things on the screen. Like if you've got 100, this is your tycoon, and you've got feature here, feature here, feature here, like a million features going on. I don't know what to do, right? I don't know what's going on. If you look at Steal a Brainrot, if you look at Grow a Garden, right? These two big Roblox games. It's just that simple. Like it's okay, buy a seed, plant the seed, harvest the seed. That's it. Okay, it's like basically one feature. It's one simple game loop. Tycoons, I mean, in Tycoons, I would have like, because you'd have so many buttons, right? So every single button you buy, you have to show something else. You have to show a prop or a mesh. Every time someone bought a button, I have to get that custom model made. I'd have to get that custom feature made. I tried to add so many mini games and it's just not worth it. Like right now, I've brought my dev time down to like max 1 week. Like if we go over 1 week, something's wrong. Okay, something's totally wrong because we're either adding too much, spending too much money on modelers. We're doing something wrong. It should take 1 week max, at least for me in this case. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do what Roblox is doing, strip down the features, make a simple game loop because that's what we're retained. Like all these features that felt more to me felt less like a mess to them. So the big maps that like Silly Brainrot that have here's the brain rots that are walking on the conveyor. They have one simple loop, right? You get the brain rot, you bring him to your base, and then you get another brain rot. I mean, that's it, guys. This map's making tens of hundreds of millions of dollars. Like seriously, like especially when I'm making these tycoons. And obviously I had success with tycoons. Like I've had many tycoons with like 30,000 players. I don't know how much I've made. Like I made a lot from them. But one issue is like I'm paying for looks before it even worked. Like I'd spent all this money on making, all these beautiful assets, all these models, right? I'd hire modelers, artists, everything. Like I have a whole studio, developers, modelers. But anyways, I'd spend all this money on making their game actually look nice, so that my developers can go in there and build, and we can all work together. The code is being made, the models are being made. Cool, right? But we did all that before the game loop was even finalized. Like we're sitting here, we're making the game loop, we're making the map look nice, and we haven't even had players go into the game and actually play it. Right? Wouldn't you think that's the first thing you do? Every single feature you add, you get someone like random kids to play it to see if it's good. But no, we would build for months, we'd build for weeks, and the map would be done, and then we get people to play it. Like it's kind of backwards. But anyways, the map flopped anyways, and the looks were never the problem. Right, models don't matter. All this game design, all these models, like a good looking map, like you've poured your life into this map and it looks amazing, right? But a good looking map that kids still leave is still $0. But when you're so deep into making a map, like a few months like this, you just can't walk away from it. So you start pouring more money into it, and you think like, okay, well, maybe the release is going to be good, maybe something will change, maybe we'll get a good tab. But looks, design, guys, design is not going to increase your playtime 1 minute. It's not going to increase your retention 1 minute. Like a model is not going to do that. It's the game loop. Look at Steal the Brainrot again. I keep referencing the same maps because it's so simple. The models in Steal the Brainrot, you can make them in a few hours. So what are you doing spending weeks and months in Blender? Or getting someone else to be in Blender for you and have modelers. So the main focus is game design, making that core loop, like mine, upgrade, and mine. And then Steal the Brainrot, steal, place in your base, steal again. Or grow, harvest, sell. And then once you have this game loop kind of finalized, like you've kind of got it going on, you don't even need models yet, okay? You can make your entire game loop, your entire dev site can be finished, and then you can model, because the modeling shouldn't even take long at all. It should take a few days, because if you're over modeling, obviously it depends how big your map is. I'm not talking about open world maps here. Like I wouldn't even like even open world maps are very risky nowadays. Like for example, Steal the Brainrot's retaining 60% day one, I believe. Like that's outperforming open world. So why would you even waste your time making an open world if you can spend a few days on a Brainrot map and it has better retention? And then you'd be like, okay, well maybe the open world map has more playtime. Who cares? Who cares? Because playtime doesn't matter. Because if your retention is high, your day 7 retention, right? Then playtime is useless. Because if you have 10-minute average playtime, but you've got 50% day 7 retention, which some maps actually have, if you go on Fortnite GG and you look at the stats, that's over 100 minutes average playtime, which is outcompeting the open world. Like, look at this, guys. I'm not making any of this stuff up. Look at the day 7 retention. 70% day 1, 50, almost 60% day 7 retention, and you're still here making games for a few months, a few weeks. Like, what are you doing? This game, I mean, they build a whole city. It's not an easy map to make. Look, the stats are horrible. Average playtime is 50 minutes. Average playtime is 113. I can make this in a week, right? And there's hundreds of examples like this. You can go and look at yourself. But if you just take my word for it, I'm showing you everything I'm saying is true. You can go test it yourself. You can go check it yourself. It's not about playtime. It's about retention. That's all that matters. And retention is game design. It's game loop. It's not how good it looks. So if it's not how good it looks, then what is it? So focus everything on dev. You can make a small MVP, which is like, a small version of your main game loop. Get kids to test it instantly, see if it's good, see if it retains, and then build on that. So when I was building all my top maps, so when I was building these maps as well, I was building them all for me, so not the kid, because that's also the main thing, is actually getting the game idea right. So I'm not the player, right? The kid is like 12 years old, and he has this discovery page with 100 different maps he can go through and scroll. And look, you're not him, I'm not him. No matter what we do, we're not going to be the player, because it's just completely different psychology. I can try and think to be like him, but I'm not. So the main thing I started to do differently for my game ideas is just stop trying to think I know them. Stop guessing what's, gonna be good or what's cool or not, and coming up with unique game ideas, because I was wrong most of the time, and I can admit that. That's how I burn money. Obviously, it ended up good because look where I'm at. But the main thing I started doing was just, pulling from what works already. So that could be Roblox, even YouTube, and even good old game ideas. For example, Minecraft. We used to all play The Pit, and the Pit is now the biggest game in Fortnite, basically, right? That's from Minecraft. Bed Wars is from Minecraft. Pillars actually came, I think, from Minecraft as well, but I found it on YouTube. So I found this game idea on YouTube. I was actually one of the first to make pillars as well. And then I collaborated on that with a 30 million subscriber YouTuber. So I stopped just coming up with my own ideas and I started going to, actual proven sources because this has already all been tested for you. Like that the fun actually works. Once you start building something original, like that's when you're the one gambling on whether it's fun or not. It might be fun to you, cool, doesn't matter. You're not the player. This is proven. So take what already works and the risk is gone. So someone already proved this stuff. The kids love it. It has high views on YouTube. It has a lot of players on Roblox. Everyone used to play it on Minecraft. You're just bringing it where they can't get it yet, to Fortnite. And the result of that was getting 30,000 players multiple times. Over $10,000 in a day, 6 figures per month. And it's the same guy building them. I just stopped building them for me. I started looking at what they actually wanted, doing market research. It's the main thing you need to do. You need to just do market research on what has the highest chance of working and why, because it has views, it is proven already. Keeping it simple and then bringing it to a platform where they don't have it yet, which is Fortnite. So that's the main thing, guys. I just gave you guys like a $50,000 lesson for completely for free. All I ask you to do is join the Discord server that's in the description. That's Map Mastery. And then just press on my name and type map. I will look at your map personally for free and tell you what's wrong with it and where it's leaking money. So join Discord below and I'll see you in there. Peace out.